Children, today we will be learning the fourth chapter in geometry, that is geometric construction. Chapter 4. Geometric construction. We will begin with the revision. First, let us revise the construction which we have done last year. So we will begin with construction of a perpendicular bisector on the given line segment. For that, I need the scale and I'll draw a line exactly on the line which is given in your paper. Children, I have used here the same pages which you are using. Since we are going to write down do the construction, this kind of paper only in your examination. So I am not using the plain paper. Exam you are writing in the ruled paper only. So therefore I am doing it on the ruled paper. So take the scale and take a pencil exactly on the line. Draw a line. Here I have given line segment. Line segment means we have to take some measurement on this line which I have drawn. You can't see the line which I have drawn. I have drawn on the ruled paper itself. Now I'll mark the points on the line which I have already drawn on the line. And for that, this is the first point exactly on 1, 0. And second point I am drawing it on 5. Mark it as A and this as B. You see it is 5 centimeter. Now I have to take compass. This is known as compass, children. Keep the pointer at one of the point. Now I am keeping it on the point B. Take more than half. And give an arc above the line and one arc below the line. Lift the compass, the pointer. Keep it on another point, that is A, and give arc above and give arc below. The point where they are intersecting the arcs, mark it as P and Q. Now join the points P and Q. The line which we have drawn here, A and B between, that line is a perpendicular bisector. Let us measure whether it is perpendicular or not. It is exactly making the angle 90 degree. So it is a perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular. Now let us see whether it is bisector or not. Let me write it perpendicular. Since it made angle 90 degree. For bisector, let us measure. It was 2.5. So it was 5 centimeter. Half of it is 2.5. And we got 2.5. You can see here. That means the line, perpendicular line, has bisected. Bisected. Bisected means divided. Divided it in 2 equal parts. 2 equal parts. And therefore it is known as perpendicular bisector. Now the second one is to construct the bisector of any given angle, and the given angle is angle ABC, which is of 120 degree, and we need to bisect that angle. Bisect that angle. So for that, as we have done earlier, on the line we will draw a line. On the line we will draw a line exactly as we did in previous perpendicular bisector. Just draw a line and take any point on the line. Just take any point. Just give a press on the line so that we know. And that point should be B. So let me mark that point as B. Now take your protractor. Keep the center of the protractor exactly on that point and mark an angle. See from here 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10 and 20. And exactly at 120 you give a mark a point. Mark that point as A. Take the scale and join the points A and B. Mark anywhere the point C, but give a press on the page so that you can locate the point when you are using the protractor. Mark it as C. See, I am using here sketch pen so that it can be clearly visualized by you. You don't have to use the sketch pen, you only have to use the pencil. Now take the pointer and keep at the point B, and of your desired length give an arc on the line BC. I hope you can clearly see the arc. Same length arc give on the line AB. Now lift the protractor, keep your pointer on one of the point which is intersecting one of the arc which is intersecting the line BC or AB. I am keeping it on BC and slightly change the length more than half, more than this length, and give an arc in the middle. Lift the compass my length has changed. Yes, it should be exactly same length. It should never change. Give the arc. Where the points are intersecting, mark that point as D. Now take the scale and join the point D and B. It is, you can see the line coinciding with the line of the protractor exactly at 60 degree. The angle was 120. This angle is 120 degree. After the bisector, this line is known as bisector. The angle which we have got is DBC. Angle DBC is 60 degree. That means the line DB has bisected. Bisected means divided. I hope DI divided the angle there? I am taking B, the midpoint, as the vertex of the angle. This is known as vertex of angle. 120, if I divide by 2, I'll get 2, 6 are 12, 0. That means 60 degree. DB is bisector of angle ABC. Now the third one is, we will construct a perpendicular line to a given line, and that line from a point which is given on the line. The perpendicular line must pass from the point which is given on the line. For that, we have to draw a line AB, which is of 9.7 centimeter. I'll draw a rough diagram here. 9.7 centimeter line we have to draw, AB, which is 9.7 centimeter. Always have a habit of drawing a rough diagram. Take a point P on it. Where I have to take now this point? The point should be on the line only, as it is given APB, means somewhere in the middle of the line AB. Somewhere in between A and B. Not exactly. AP, such that AP 3.5 centimeter. AP 3.5. This distance is 3.5. And through this point P, we have to draw a line MN, like this. MN. And this line will be perpendicular to line AB, segment AB. Children, keep the scale as you have been doing for the two sums of construction which you have done earlier, perpendicular line and all. See, I am keeping this scale exactly coinciding on the line which is there in my paper. I have to draw a line. Now AB is mentioned, line AB is mentioned 9.7 centimeter in my rough diagram. So I'll select the point A. Say I am selecting the point A on the line here. This is my point A, and B 9.7, B point, this is 9.5, 6 and 7, exactly 2 divisions. This is 7. This point is 7, 9.7, and label it as B. This is as A. From A, I need to take in my rough diagram point P. I have to select. This is my point P, which is 3.5 centimeter. So from A, I have to take 3.5. Mark the point 3.5. This point is P, and you see here it is 3.5 exactly. Okay, let me mark it as 3.5, and this length total is 9.7. I have to draw a perpendicular line which is passing from the point P. Now when I want to draw a perpendicular line which should pass from point P, I have to make sure that the pointer of my compass should be placed exactly on the point P, because I want my perpendicular line to pass through the point P. make it a point. See, I am keeping the pointer exactly on the point P. Okay. Now I have to give one arc of your desired length, whichever length you want, to the right of the point P and to the left of the point P. See, I am giving one arc here and one arc here. Got it? Now, I have lifted the pointer of the compass and placed on one of the arc. Now this is exactly this length. I'll take change the length. I have changed the length and little bit more and give one arc here above and give one arc below. Okay, lift the pointer and keep on another arc, give one arc here and give one arc here. Now you got 2 points where the arcs are intersecting. Mark them as M and N, M and N. Join those points this line is perpendicular line to the line AB, to the line segment AB, line MN, perpendicular, perpendicular. See, when I joined, those are, the line is exactly passing through the point P. Let us measure. It's 90 degree or not. It has to be 90 degree because it has passed from the point P. See, it is 90 degree. Exactly the line which I have drawn is coinciding. Let me draw it bigger so that you see the line which is coming out, whether it is 90 degree or not. Value. Yes. Now see. Yes. If I draw, you can see the line is exactly passing from 90 degree. Marking is there. Okay, so we have drawn MN perpendicular line to the line segment AB. Now we will be constructing a perpendicular line to a given line from the point P, which is outside the line. For that, we have to draw a line. Draw a line KL. Rough diagram is always better, children, which helps you to not make mistake. Draw a line KL, and that line is 4.5 centimeter. Consider one point P. See, the point should be anywhere outside the line, not on the line. It can be above the line or it can be below the line. Let me take it above the line. This point is P, and from that point we have to draw a perpendicular line which is perpendicular to point KL. So for that, as usual, I have done, you have to draw as usual. We have to draw a line. After drawing the line, you have to take point which is 4.5. You can see, children, it is exactly 4.5. Label at KL 4.5, and this is the point I have selected as P. And now I will take the compass. As earlier we have drawn a perpendicular line from the point which was on the line APB. Now here I have to draw a line which is passing from the point P, and during that time I explained that you must keep the pointer on the point P. Similarly here again, since I want my line to pass from the point P, I'll keep the pointer of the compass on the line on the point P, and of your desired length, which should reach or which should give intersection to the line KL. Draw two arc, one arc here and another arc somewhere here. Now keep the pointer on one of the intersecting arc and line. It should be more than half. See here, it is more than half. One arc give above, one arc give below. Similarly, keep your compass on the other side and give the arc here above the line KL and give the arc below the line KL. Now you are getting 2 points. One is this point and another one is this point. I am going to locate those points and join them. You can see the line is passing from the point P, and this line is perpendicular to the line KL. If I measure the angle, it is 90 degree. See children, it is exactly 90 degree. That means we have drawn a line which is perpendicular from the point P on the line KL. On the line KL. It is exactly making an angle of 90 degree. I'll mark it here as 90 degree. Now we will construct an angle congruent to the given angle. The given angle is LMN and LMN is 60 degree. Congruent to 60 degree, we are going to make angle PQR. Angle LMN is 60. Angle PQR also should be 60 degree. Here I have drawn this angle LMN with the use of protractor. You can see it is 60 degree. I have used the protractor to draw the angle. It is 60 degree, children. Yes. Now I will not make use of protractor and I will draw another angle without the use of protractor, only with the help of compass. It is amazing to do this. So I have already drawn here line QR, a segment QR, and draw an arc on the given angle. Lift that compass, keep it at the point Q and draw an arc which will cut the line QR. Now measure this distance or adjust your compass so that this distance, and keep your compass pointer at this point where the arc is cutting the line QR. And give the arc. Now point Q and this point should be joined. Always give a compression on the point so that while joining the point you don't make any mistake. And if I measure, it should be 60 degree. See children, it is exactly 60 degree. So without the use of protractor, we have drawn an angle equal to the given angle. Now children, we have to construct a line which is parallel to the given line and passing through a given point outside the line. That line is passing through a point, like for example, I have a, see, if I have a line here, this is the line, I will draw a line, for example, this is the point P. From this point, I'll draw a line, another line. This line will be parallel to this line. For example, this line is M and this line is N. Means M line is already given line, and to the given line, from the given point P, I need to draw a line which will be parallel to the line M. Let us see the question. Question is, draw a line L, take a point P outside it. Let me draw a rough diagram here, a small rough diagram. Draw a line L, this is line L. Take a point P, so I take a point P here. From this point, I have to draw, from this point the line should pass, and that line should be parallel to this. Label it as M. So line M is parallel to line L, and that line M should be passing through the point P. Now how do I do it? And how far is the point P? It is also not given. So it is up to you how far you want to take the point. But that line must pass from the point P. Now for that, let us do the construction and begin with drawing the line L, as I have drawn here L. As usual, draw line L, which is exactly coinciding the line which is given on your page. This is my line L. From here, let me take a point P. Suppose I am taking a point P here. This is my point P. I have taken away from line L, above the line. You can take this point P above the line or below the line, but I prefer taking it above the line. Okay. Now, from this point I need to draw the line M, which is parallel to line L. Parallel to line L. M is parallel to L. M is parallel to line L. So, how do I begin it? Let me take the pointer of my compass on the point P, and this is my line L, and give 2 arcs on line L. Just you are able to give the arc like this, you have to take the distance. This is the point where the line arc is cutting the line L, and this is the point where the arc is cutting the line L. Now, I need to draw a perpendicular line from the point P on line L. More than half. It is already more than half if you can. Between the 2 arcs, more than half. Give an arc above and give one arc below the line. Now keep the pointer on the another point and give one arc above and give one arc below. And this will be, of course you know it, a perpendicular from the point P on the line L. This line is perpendicular from the point P on line L. I'll join it. Join these 2 points. This line would be perpendicular to line L, which is passing from the point P. Now if you measure, it will be 90 degree as we have done previously. A line perpendicular from the point P which is given outside the line. Yes, it is perpendicular. Now how do I draw a line which is passing from the point P and not perpendicular but parallel to L? See, I have extended the line here. You can see here extended line beyond the arc. Let me extend it further. Yes. Now I will be keeping the pointer at point P and I would give 2 arcs of desired length. This means again I have to draw a perpendicular which is passing from the point P but which is parallel to the line L. So I give 1 arc this side and 1 arc this side. I got 2 arcs, one here and one here. Keep the pointer at this one of the arc which is intersecting the line and take more than half. Take more than half. Give 1 arc here and give 1 arc here. Means this side of the line and this side of the line. Pick up and keep on another intersecting arc. Give arc here and give arc here. You see, join these 2 points. Now draw a line. That line is passing from the point P and this line label it as M. This line is perpendicular to the point P. M is perpendicular to the point P but M is parallel to line L. Now let me show you why. If I measure the angle, this will be 90 degree because M is perpendicular to P and this line is perpendicular to L. Let me label it as line P. Point P is there, line X. Let me label it as line X. Line X is perpendicular passing from the point P to line L. Line X, this is line X which is perpendicular to line L but passing from point P, and line M is perpendicular to line X and also passing from point P. Now why are they parallel? Since this angle and this angle 90, this is 90 degree and this is also 90 degree. These 2 angles are in between line L and line M. If I add these 2 angles, I'll get 180. You know the property of the line. In 9th standard you have learned. The interior angle, sum of the interior angle between the 2 parallel line is equal to 180 degree. And therefore, line L is parallel to line M. Not 60 degree, we will take 30 degree, children. Sorry to tell you that. Take 30 degree and join the point P and the marked angle. Now place the protractor and check whether it is 30 degree or not. It is 30 degree. Also below the line you take same angle 30 degree, mark it and join Q and the marked point very slowly and carefully. Now this angle is 30 degree and this angle is also 30 degree. Now take the compass of desired length. I have here used some length, but I have not measured it. You want, you can also measure it. Check it. Let me check it here. 0.9. Take little broader. 1.2 it is. 1.67. Take little less. Okay, 1.5 I have taken. I'll be taking the point, keeping the pointer at the point P and giving an arc on this line. Say it as L and this line as M. Lift the pointer and keep on the pointer on the given arc. Give an arc. 1 division, 2 division. Now the third division. And the fourth division. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last division or the last arc which I have made, that and this point to be joined. Now same distance arc you have to give on the line QM. The last point and the point M should be joined. Now join these arcs. If you measure these distances, let me label it. Let me label this point as A, this as B, this as C. If I measure it, these I will find PA equal to AB equal to BC equal to CQ. So 1 division, 2 division, 3 division, 4 division, all will be equal. If I measure, see, this is 1.2 and this is also 1.2. AB is also 1.2. I hope you can see, children. This is also 1.2 and this is also 1.2. So 5 centimeter line segment we have divided into 4 equal parts. Children, we have to divide now a line segment in the given ratio. Question is, draw a line segment PQ of length 5 centimeter and divide it in the ratio 3:2. So we have to take a segment of 5 centimeter and mark the point P and Q. Now this line should be divided into 3:2 part. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. So let us use protractor and take any angle of any measurement, say 60 degree, below the line PQ. Say 60 degree. Mark it, draw the line. The angle is 60 degree. and divide this line which is drawn as x. Let us name it as x. After labeling it as x, divide this in equal ratio of taking approximate measurement, say 1.2 or 1.3 or 1.2, okay, and divide it. Give an arc, 5 arcs, keep the compass, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now the fifth arc should be joined with the point Q. Now children, as we have to divide this line into 3:2 ratio, see on third part, this is the third part, we have to draw a line which should be parallel to QP dash. At third part, we have to draw a line which is parallel to QP dash. So for that, we know two parallel lines have corresponding angles equal. So at third part, we have to draw an equal angle equal to P dash. Yes. Give an arc. Give an arc. Now adjust your compass in such a way. Yes. Keep it here and give an arc. Yes. Now this point which is intersecting and the third part should be joined together, and when we are joining, extend the line up to PQ, keep the scale proper. Yes. Now this part PM and MQ. PM is having 3 parts of PQ and MQ is having 2 parts of PQ. That means PQ is divided into 3:2 ratio.